All right, guys, welcome in to the nutrition meal planning. This is going to be one of our first seminars, coaching calls that we're going to be having. And I know it's a bit last minute. We did kind of have a lot of things going on in our back end. Obviously, things that are not in our control, but we kind of have to deal with it. That's life. Sometimes we have to just kind of roll with the punches and just make it the best that we can. So I really appreciate everyone being, patient with us, and we're just gonna make it better and better, right, Jay?
Yes, correct. We do
Let's
appreciate y'all patience for sure.
let's go. All right, so let's go into the let's go into it, right? So what we're gonna go over today is with nutrition. Obviously, we're gonna go over why nutrition matters. We're gonna go over our six P's to perfection. Jay is gonna be covering the proteins, carbs, and fats. What each thing is, what it does, and why it's important. He's also going to talk about our meal plans and basically perfecting it and how to make it, how to plan it perfectly, and then we'll go into some Q and A's. So yeah, let's go into it. So first things first is why nutrition matters, right? So nutrition essentially matters because of the fact that it fuels your body, right? So food is energy. So a lot of people, when you think of food, a lot of people put more of a emotional thing to it when in reality all it is essentially the what powers us, what gives us our ability to move our body from one place to another, lift the weights, walk somewhere, think, all of that stuff, is that's what food is. So, I mean, I can read it what it says. What you eat directly powers every workout, recovery session, and daily activity. The right fuel equals better performance. So, there's never necessarily anything where a lot of people make it where it's like healthy versus unhealthy, but in reality, there's always a time and place for everything. And that's kind of what we're going to teach you once we start getting more advanced. Right now, we're going to go and start building a solid foundation. Um, Nutrition also matters because it also supports your health, right? So balanced nutrition, it reduces inflammation, right? It supports your immune system and it keeps your hormones in check inside and out, right? So you want to make sure you have good balanced diet. You're making sure that we're getting all of the calories in to make sure that you're fueling your body properly, but you want to make sure you're getting all your macronutrients and your micronutrients correctly. A lot of people don't understand it, but the way that I say it, a lot of people do understand it when I say calories determines your weight, macronutrients determines how your body looks, and then micronutrients determine how your body feels. So if we play with all those three, especially if we're experiencing something, then we tailor your nutrition into a certain aspect of it, so we can hopefully change whatever it is that you're looking to change a lot more efficiently. And the last thing, why it matters is because it's going to help you reach your goals. A lot of people don't understand, but fat loss, muscle gain, or just constantly having more energy if you're fatigued. Energy, nutrition accounts for 99% of your results, whatever that is. You can't out train a bad diet. And that is 100% true. Like if you go and you try to train to lose weight, but you're not having the proper diet, then you will definitely not succeed, and you're just gonna be going in circles. A lot of people see this on the weekends. They work out consistently, from Monday through Friday, and then the weekend happens. They don't have a plan for the weekend, and boom, they gain all that weight back what they lost because of that plan specifically, right? So that's what we're here for. We're going to help you create a plan, and we're going to help you kind of see the entire picture. On the next slide over here, these are going to be our six P's to perfection, guys. So, six P's to perfection. The first one is prepping it. So, you want to make sure that we are prepping the all of your foods, right? So, you want to make sure you have a plan. You're prepping your food. You're going to MyFits Foods. You have a plan exactly of what's going to happen Monday through Friday, Monday through Sunday, and you also have backup. So I know there's going to be completely so many. It's happened to me so many times. It's probably happened to Jay as well, where we're out there and we leave the house, we're in a rush, and we get to work, and we're like, oh man, I forgot my meal prep. Right, so having a plan of like a backup. All right, so I know I forgot my meal plan. This is exactly what I'm going to do to make sure I'm eating what I need to be eating for that day. It also always helps. It also happens too, like where I show up to work and then Friday is it's here Friday and then Jay's like, hey man, let's go get some food, and I'm like, oh no. But having that plan of understanding of if I go out to eat here, looking up what you're going to be eating or looking up what that restaurant has so you can make sure you plan to get enough protein in, can get the right amount of carbs, right amount of fats. Plan it. Right, so it's all about just setting a timer on your phone, right? Our meal plan is going to be having you eat every 2.5 to 3 hours. That's going to help with your metabolism. It's also going to help keep that ghrelin level low. Ghrelin level is a hormone that our body actually produces, and that's essentially your hunger hormone. So if you do fast and you don't have a plan to fast or to eat after you're done fasting, then that ghrelin, that hormone is going to be skyrocketed up. You're not going to be able to control it, and you're going to end up overeating for that meal, which what you did on fasting kind of ruined everything. Right. Third thing I should say is pound it. Right. We want to make sure we drink 1 gallon of water daily. One of the tricks that we do here at the camp is we actually add BCAAs, branched chain amino acids. That's a 0 calorie powder, and it's going to be a flavored powder. So flavored, so you can actually drink it and enjoy it. There's a lot of people that don't like drinking just plain old water. I personally like plain water, but there's a lot of people that don't. And so you can put a different flavor on there. It's 0 calories, and it's obviously branched chain amino acids are really good for muscular health, muscular recovery. You can also add lemon or lime in there as well for flavor. Water is really important. A lot of people don't understand. Roughly about 80% of our muscles water. Our entire body is made up out of water. So if we're not drinking enough water, our body's going to just retain more water because it's going to go into this like starvation mode, I guess you could call it, or where it's going to start trying to retain water because it's scared that it's not going to get enough. So if you keep on replenishing your body with water, it's going to let more water go, and you'll actually end up losing a lot of weight that way. Push it. That's another important one. When you get to your workouts, at least 5 workouts a week, you want to make sure that you're pushing it, right? You want to make sure that you get in there and you're intentional with every single workout. You're not just going to be standing around, talking with friends or just doing anything. You come in, we're going to make sure you do this at the camp when we open up. You're going to come in, you're going to work out, and we're going to, from the beginning of that hour all the way to the 50-minute mark, we're going to be pushing you, right? We're going to be, pushing you past your limits. We're going to force your body to adapt to newer things, and that's how it is. From there, if you're pushing it properly, then you're definitely going to need number 5, and it's going to be pause it. A lot of people are not aware. When you go to work out at the gym, you actually end up tearing muscle fibers there, and if you don't recover, if you don't go home and sleep and recover properly, your body can't build more muscle. If you can't build more muscle, you can't build your metabolism. Your body can't get toned like everyone wants to. That lean muscle mass is not going to be built. It gets built when you're sleeping. So you want to make sure you're sleeping. 7 hours of sleep is ideal. 7, 8 hours, depending on who you are. Everybody's different, and I definitely recommend you trying out what works for you. I know for myself, if I get 6 hours of sleep or less, I'm very groggy. I can't function as good. If I get more than 8 hours, then I oversleep, and then I'm just tired. So mine is actually 7 hours. So I think that's why I put 7 hours of sleep, because that's my sweet spot. Anywhere around 7 hours is where I'm perfect for the rest of the day. And then number 6 is prime it, right? So we want to be kind to yourself. You want to stick to the list, right? You want to keep moving, and you want to remember your why. And that's the most important part, is remembering your why, remembering why we're doing this. We want to make sure that we're pushing through, and when doubt starts sinking in, you quickly turn around and you remember, okay, this is why I'm doing it, and if it's really important to me, then I'm going to continue persevering for it, because any little road bump isn't going to stop me from achieving what I want to achieve. So that's kind of the 6 P's to perfection, guys. when when we send out that meal plan, we sent out that meal plan already. As soon as you get it, it's actually going to have it in there as well. It's going to be a little bit more detailed as well. It's not just going to be simple like this, but yeah, that's going to be it. On the next slide over, we're going to go into the proteins, carbs, and fats, and it's going to be simplified. So we're not going to go deep into it. We're not going to go into the molecular structure. Jay's just going to go into what each macronutrient does and how much a man or a woman should have of each. And he'll also go over a little bit of other things. Jay, take it away.
Thank you, Coach Fabian, and thank you for that wonderful piece. Yes, so now we're going to talk about the protein, carbs, and fats. Now, it's one thing to basically go ahead and work out and basically give it all you got in the gym, but what about when you're going into the kitchen? We're going to talk about the protein, carbs, and fats. So, pretty much going to start off with the protein. Now, your body's a builder, which protein repairs and builds your overall muscles after workouts. Think of it as it is your building a brick house. Your body uses to repair itself to make it stronger in every session. So, example, you have chicken, eggs, fish, turkey, Greek yogurt, and protein powder. For women, we recommend at least 3 to 4 ounces. For men, 4 to 5 ounces per meal. Then the next thing you have is your overall carbs, your body's fuel, which carbs are your main energy source. They give you the powers to crush your workouts and keep your brain sharp throughout the day. Examples, you have brown rice, oats, sweet potatoes, fruit, whole wheat pasta. For women, we recommend 2 to 3 ounces. For men, 3 to 4 ounces per meal. And lastly, you have your fats, your body's support system. Healthy fats keep your overall hormones balanced, joints lubricated, and help you feel full longer. They're not just your enemy. They're not your enemy, just basically the right ones. So, for examples, you have avocados, almonds, olive oil, chia seeds, and peanut butter. One item from the fat list per meal. Then we move over to the next thing, which Coach Fabian was saying that once you became a founding member, we sent over a meal plan, which just will be in your email, as far as 3 meals plus 2 snacks per day, eat at least 2.53 hours, which you have meal one in the morning. You want to make sure that you eat at least egg whites with oatmeals, avocados, and spinach. And then for your snack mid morning, you have either your protein shake, which will have our Myo FX protein that we will be selling soon, for at least for one scoop of glutamine to help with muscle repair after your workouts. Then the second meal, you have ground turkey, lettuce, wrap, jasmine rice, bell peppers, and corn. And then for a snack afternoon, you have a non-fat Greek yogurt with almonds. And then for dinner, you have a salmon, asparagus, and olive oil. And yeah, so that's what pretty much will come with their overall meal plan. If you have any questions, please feel free to basically direct message us with anything that you have come in mind, and we'll be able to answer those questions for you. Coach Fabian, you have anything
That's
that you
right.
want to add?
Yeah, so this is essentially what Jay went over as far as what each macronutrient does. A lot of people are scared of fats when they look at the nutrition label. They look at fats. Um, One thing I want to say is fats is not the body fat on your body, right? So those are two completely different things. Body fat that you have on your body is just excess calories that your body didn't use. For whatever for whatever reason you overeating calories, your body will store that as body fat, and that's just excess calories. You also right here what Jay explained as far as like for the meals, eating every 2.5 3 hours is going to be really good for you because it's going to keep you full, it's going to keep you satiated. Snack one, snack two, that's going to be all protein. That's one, it's going to help build more muscle, but two, it's going to help you it's going to keep you satiated. Basically with that, say, obviously satiated basically means it's going to keep you full. It's going to keep you not wanting more, not wanting to snack on things, right? When we force you to snack, you're not going to want to. That's just how it is. But yeah, yeah, guys, this is perfect. Jay already mentioned too. All of our founding members that have signed up, they already got this meal plan, and it's going to have a whole bunch of list of foods on every single category, right? A list of foods for protein, a list of foods for carbs, a list of foods for fats, It's also going to go in and it's going to break down if you want to eat out, how to eat out. So it's essentially going to help you guys out. Just following this, I can guarantee you, you're going to start losing weight. You're going to start gaining those goals. So if you haven't gotten them, or if you for some reason you can't open it, shoot us a message and let us know, and we'll go ahead and we'll send it over to you again. And once again, this is for our founding members. If you're watching this and you're not a founding member yet, no worries. There's still a couple more spots left for our tier one. Once that tier one is completely gone, then we go on to tier two. That price does increase a little bit more, and then we go to tier three. But then from there, after that, it goes into full price. So you want to make sure that you jump on the deal as fast as possible, because it's not going to be there for long. I can guarantee you guys. I've been working here for the last 7 years, and there hasn't been one person that we haven't been able to help. The only people that I guess that we can't help are the people that don't want to be helped, or the people that don't want to follow this plan. Um, and if you don't want to follow this plan, then no one can help you. So all you have to do is want it. All you have to do is understand your why, and that's it, guys. Like, I hope you guys took a lot of value out of this. If you have any questions, Jay and I are here to help. We don't. We're not here to. Well, this is a kind of like the famous saying that I'm saying now. Like, I've been saying it every day. Is we're not here to sell you guys a membership. We're not here to take anyone's money and just kind of run with it. We're here to transform lives. Right. So this is what we're here to do. We're here to change your guys' habits. We're here to make it a consistent way for you to have fun, have a better quality of life. We want you to be there for your kids. We want you to be there for your grandkids when you guys get older, or if you guys are already older, have a better quality of life. That's the most important part. Last thing you want to do is be walking around in a cane, or having to get checked into a elderly hospice, like elder assistant home, because you can't go up and down the stairs. And that's important, right? Like, you don't want your kids taking care of you. You want to be able to be there for your kids as long as as we're all alive. So yeah, that's it, guys. If you guys found any value, please let us know. If you guys have any more questions, let us know. We're here to answer. I'm a nutrition geek, right? I love nutrition. On my days off, when I'm not doing anything, I literally look up stuff. Just look up research, just because I'm always curious about it. So any questions, shoot us a message, and we can't wait to see you on the mat. Hopefully a couple more weeks, but I really appreciate everyone that already signed up. If you haven't, please do so.